Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing really well today. I am Michelle Gailey. I'm the creator of the Empath Sensitive Facebook group. I hope you're doing well. Every Tuesday, I come on live to do some kind of training or inspiration or whatever you need. I was looking over today our group and like what I really started this group for, and it was like to support empaths and sensitives to go from surviving to thriving. So that's what we are doing every Tuesday. If you're here with me live, please say hello in the chat. I'd love to know who's live and work with you live. And then if you're watching the replay, that's great too. Just put hashtag replay. And if you have any questions along the way, please put them in the chat. I'm happy to answer them. Okay, let's get started. Today we are doing how to shield your energy. How to shield your energy. Why is this important? Well, let me ask you this. Hi, Robin from Alaska. Good to see you. How to shield your energy. Do you need this? Empaths and sensitives, I think the biggest gift we have is our intuition and our ability to pick up on things. But sometimes we see it as a curse, right? Like it happened to me this week with my kids already a few times, and it's only Tuesday. Like I'm picking up on their stuff and it's rattling me. And I need to, practice what I preach here. So like we can take on other people's thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So I want to take you through an exercise. It's super simple. I'm teaching it I'm actually teaching it again tomorrow in my masterclass called 7 Steps to Discover Your Intuitive Abilities. It's one of the things I teach on that class. I put the link in the description above if you're interested in joining that masterclass. But this shielding your energy, I want to talk about this. So step 1 is you have this ability to feel other people's stuff, feel their feelings, feel their thoughts, feel their emotions, just know things. That's called an empath or a sensitive. Okay, so we've got that ability. We are aware of that. What most empaths want to do is they want to isolate. They want to be alone, right? So they can get a break from feeling that. Do you agree with that? Type it in the chat if you kind of know where I'm going with this. And good. I think it's really good that we're aware of what we need and that we need some alone time. But we want to be balanced. I think we want to be, at least me, I want to be able to go out into the world and not take on other people's stuff. I want to participate. I want to do things. I don't want to not want to go to the grocery. Like I want to be able to participate in the world and not feel sick because of it or drained. Do you agree with that? So I think there's 2 ways. Number 1, learning how to protect our energy, learning how to not take on other people's stuff, and I'm going to teach you that method today. But honestly, what I'm going to teach you today, I think is not the long-term solution. This technique that I'm going to teach you is a great short-term solution. It's kind of a band-aid, okay? I want you to remember this because I think if you decide that this technique I'm going to teach you, this short-term technique, if I go out into the world every day and I do my shielding exercise and I learn to put that shield up, that is a big energy drain. It takes a lot of my energy to hold that. Does that make sense? It's almost like you have 100 energy dollars a day and I'm asking you to spend 50 of them before you even leave the house. I only want you to use this. It's a temporary short-term solution that I'm going to teach you. Let me share the long-term plan. The long-term solution is you understand how you're wired. You know your energy versus someone else's energy. You can hold your vibration regardless of what's going on. That is a very strong, empowered empath. Does that make sense, you guys? Do you feel the difference? Yes or no? Yes, Paula. I get that. I get that. Okay, so do you see the difference? Today I want to teach you the short-term strategy of like when you need it in a pinch, how to use this tool. But I want you to know we're really moving towards the long-term strategy of understanding how you're wired and holding your own vibration. Can I give you a quick example of this? So I've been working with people for many years now as a psychic and a medium for a long time. Then as really I've evolved into an intuitive life coach, and now I'm helping other people become intuitive life coaches and build their businesses. But I still see clients privately. Back in the day when I didn't really understand energy and vibration, I was a little unconscious of how I was being affected. I would do this. So I would be here and I would have a client come into my office or online and they would be struggling with something and I would feel it. So let's say I'm here, I'm doing okay this day, and I'd have a client come in with anxiety and they wanted help with their anxiety to relieve the anxiety. And this isn't an upper or a lower thing. This isn't a I'm better and this is worse. I'm just showing you two spots. So I'm here and this my client is here. What I used to do is they would talk, we would talk, I would pick up on the thoughts, feelings, and emotions, I would work with them, and I would come down and I would feel it. I could feel it so well. And then I'd work with them and we'd both come up a little bit. The client would leave and I would be here. And I'd have to work on myself to get back to my own home frequency, my own vibration. And I would do that all day long. The next client would come in. I'd come here to relate and feel. I would help as best I could. They would leave and I would spend time trying to get back to my version of my own personal vibration. You guys getting that? I think we as empaths, I think we spend a lot of our time going out into the world or even online, resonating, then that situation leaves and we don't really know our own home frequency, our own vibration. So the long-term goal is to hold our own vibration. So now as a healer, a helper, light worker that I consider myself today, I know my personal vibration. I'll have a client come in and they're struggling with this. I stay here and it's not an effort. I know how to stay here. And what's fascinating is I hold the space and I stay in mine and I teach them how to go to theirs. I teach them to let go of the crap that weighs them down and just go to their natural vibration. It's almost like, if we had, I have bad analogies. If we had a beach ball and we were holding it underwater, that's kind of how we are sometimes. It's like a struggle. And then when we remove the hands or the pressure, we just naturally rise. We're like a beach ball. Okay, so do you got the difference? Today I'm teaching you the short-term strategy, but I want you to be very aware that it's not meant for everyday use. You use it in a pinch, and you can use it to practice. Practice noticing your energy versus someone else's. You use it for yourself. Long-term strategy is you've done the inner work, you understand how you're wired, and you hold your own vibration, and you can love and help and serve from that. Okay, so here we go. Completely. Yes, working on this. Awesome. Yes. Okay, good. So this is called, and I'm teaching this tomorrow in my masterclass called 7 Steps to Discover Your Psychic Intuitive Abilities. You can catch that. If you haven't registered, you can find that link in the description. But for right now, I'm teaching you one of the lessons. This one I call the mirror technique. If you're not driving a car and you have a moment to close your eyes, you're welcome to join in. So this is simple. So simple you might think it's not effective. But every tool is like a muscle. And if you build the muscle, you have the tool when you need it. Okay, close your eyes. It's going to take us 1, 2, 3 minutes. Okay, come into your body. That means you're in your body. I want you to feel your heart. Bring your awareness to your belly. Breathe into your belly. Feel it expand. Exhale. I want you to wiggle your fingers and feel your fingers wiggle. Squeeze your hands, like make a fist, and then relax. This is just me helping you get into your body. Do that Kegel or Kegel squeeze where you stop the flow of urine. Do that squeeze. It sounds silly, but it helps get you in your body, rooted in your body. One more deep breath in. Blow it all away. Good. Feel yourself in your body. You're a spirit in a body right now. Fascinating. Okay. I want you to imagine, sense, and feel a full-length mirror right in front of you. A full-length mirror. Are you able to do that? Now, I don't really see well, but I can feel a mirror. I want you to, the reflective part of that mirror, I want you to turn it around so the reflective part is facing outward. And now I want you to surround yourself with full-length mirrors. And the reflective part is facing outward. And for me, I've morphed mine into, my mirror is like a tube. It's so flexible, I just wrap it around me. A huge mirror that wraps around me. That's flexible. And it's almost like a tube, like a paper towel roll. But I want you to make yourself comfortable inside this tube. I want you to press out the walls if it's too close to you. I want you get to create this space any way you want. So my mirror tube is really stretched out. I have a lot of space in here. And I've turned on the lights. So it's nice and bright in my space. And I know I'm surrounded by this mirror. I want you to do the same thing for you. Make yourself comfortable within this mirror tube. And I want you to remember that the reflective part of the mirror is facing outward. Good. Now I want you to stay in this space. I want you to imagine, sense, and feel someone coming towards you. So they're really coming towards the mirror, right? They're coming towards you, and this person, you just don't really want to be around them. Or maybe you just feel that you just don't like the energy, the vibe. I want you to imagine that person coming towards you, their thoughts coming towards you, their feelings, their emotions, their maybe neediness, something. And I want you to feel that, but I want you to feel it hit the mirror, reflect off, and go back to them. Just let it go back to them. It's theirs. We can still love them, but we're creating this boundary to help ourselves right now. Now imagine someone else comes towards you. And notice whatever thoughts, feelings, and emotions that they bring. And instead of you feeling them, I want you to feel them hit the mirror and bounce back to them. They can bounce back with love. They can bounce back with just neutral feelings. It's theirs anyway. This is just a practice for you to allow people to have their own stuff and that you hold your own stuff. Notice what thoughts, feelings, and emotions come up as you allow everyone to keep their own stuff reflected back to them. One more time, let someone else in your life come towards you and allow the thoughts, feelings, and emotions to bounce off the mirror and go back to them. And that you just hold your own energy. Notice how you feel as you do this. Okay, whenever you're ready, open your eyes. You back with me? How was that for you? Can you type it in the chat? What did you notice? What did you notice? Anything. It can be like something that you would consider positive, something that you think negative, weird, cool, yucky. Like I'm open to anything you experience. There's really no good and bad. It's just what did you observe? Paula says, I can hear the old saying, I'm rubber and you're glue. Whatever you throw bounces off me and sticks to you. I love that, Paula. And you know what? Okay, Paula and I are good friends. Like, Paula, you know what I do? And this is probably not a very kind thing to do, but I can share it with you guys. Like, sometimes if I can feel someone's yuckiness and I don't love the feel, I just definitely bounce it back to them. And sometimes I go 3 times back at you. And I also do the same for love. If someone sends me love, but I'm not open to receiving it fully, and I need to, because I don't have that capacity, I 3 times back the love too that I wasn't able to accept. Okay, that's just me being human. Jamie heard the same thing, Paula. Okay, Rhonda Lynn says it felt calming. Good. Carol said I noticed that I felt stronger. Good. And then Carol, for you and many of us, you holding that space and practicing that is really going to help you get in touch with you. Does that make sense? We as empaths, we don't really know ourselves and our energy very well because we are habituated with reading other people, feeling other people. We don't even really know what's ours anymore. And it's not a good or a bad thing. It's just how it's just how we are. Um, Robin says works well. I felt peace. Good. Trista says it was good, but a little emotional. Trista, can you share what the emotion was? And if you can't, that's okay. And if you can, great. Roseanne said not feeling drained like I used to with negative people. Good, Roseanne. Good. Tina says I felt relieved. I felt relieved their feelings stayed with them. Yes, Tina. I just happened to tune into this. It was so helpful. Thank you. You're welcome, Linda. Carol says that was awesome. I am so peaceful. Good. Tingling, says Cheryl. I have to work on this. I became anxious, says Jerian. Am I saying your name right? So sometimes, I'm not, do you have an idea of when the anxious started? I sometimes get anxious in the tube. And for me, sensitive people, anytime, not everyone, many sensitive people, whenever they try one new thing, like a new energy technique or a new meditation, it can amp up our anxiety. We just have um, nervous systems that are very like hypersensitive, and any little new thing can trigger us. So it could be that, it could be some beliefs you have about, it can even cause anxiety to, if you have the habit of taking on other people's things, and I've just shown you a tool how not to do it, that new thing can trigger anxiety too. Some people get anxious because they have guilt attached to not taking on other people's things, and that causes angst. You'd rather feel the guilt than the anxiety of letting them have it. There's so many little nuances to it. Helpful skill, good. Yes, 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 yes. This helps me so much. Grateful, good. I felt like their energy dripped down the mirror nicely, falling down and then back to them through the floor. I love that, Deborah. That's cool. Did you guys hear that? Their energy came, it slid down the mirror and then went back to them. I love that image too. This is very helpful with everyone being very needy right now. Yeah, yeah. Yes to hypersensitivity. Yes, Robin. We can have a whole class on that. Okay, I hope this was helpful. So remember what I said. Like this is a tool. I want it to be a short-term solution. It's a great tool when you have to be in a social situation, or like if you're feeling you're wobbly with your energy and you need to still get to work or you have to do something. Use this tool. Number one, this tool is so much more effective when you practice it at home and when you're calm and safe and can play around with it. That builds the muscle. Tools don't work great if you haven't developed the muscle. Does that make sense? So develop the muscle at home, and then that tool's there when you need it. This is a short-term solution. I want us the long term to be an empowered, thriving empath, is that we just hold our own vibration and energy, and we can do anything we want in the world. Serve, love, connect, be in nature, go to the grocery store, whatever we want, and that we can just hold our frequency and serve from there. That's the greatest gift we can give to ourselves in the world. Okay, awesome. Next week, next Tuesday, I'd like to dive into more long term solutions, like I just said. So if you want more of that, join me next week. If you love this and you want more practice and a class on intuitive abilities, join me tomorrow. We have our class from 1 to 2, but you do have to register for that one because we're going to be on Zoom together. And I just have a limited number of seats. So the link is in the description above, I believe. If you need the link, just raise your hand and make sure you get it. And I hope you guys have a great day. And I'm going to leave with Paula said. She said it feels like a boomerang. Yes, I love it. I love it. Okay, everybody, have a great day. And I will see you next Tuesday. Bye. And I'll see some of you tomorrow on the live masterclass. Okay, take care. Bye.